Alright, and now we're going to head ourselves over to another location. I think. I hear crows. Where are you circling? Oh, okay, you're circling the corpse that was in that grave. In case you're wondering what button was to put that torch away, that's the H button. It's just a quick way to put inventory items away if you're in your hand. Because sometimes you don't want to be walking around with a rifle in your hand or a torch or something that you don't want to accidentally light or shoot the ground with or something like that. Oh wait, he found some clothes in there. I should probably check. Okay, those jeans are better condition. The gloves are 6. A 6 on windshield, so we'll put on these other gloves. And I don't think he can wear that vest. Yeah, the vest switches him off of that ski jacket. This is a better thing to be wearing. And these wool socks are better. You're constantly wanting to bring your body temperature, heat, and wind chill resistance up as high as you can. In this game, as much as you can. Freezing to death is very much an option. Getting lost in the wilderness and dying is also something that will happen. The map itself is not overly large, but it is possible to miss a turn or miss a location or misjudge where you are and suddenly find yourself on the far side of the map. And yeah, like I said, even if you take the time and copy down a map from like Google or something, they're from the wiki, the maps don't show you the fact that there's some terrain that you will not climb over. Like it'll show you terrain that you can't climb over, but not terrain that you probably won't climb over. So that's stuff to be aware of. Oh crud. Alright, here's our first wolf. As I said, this is a good way to waste your flares, but I have no other defense against this animal at this time. And sometimes there's a deer corpse over here. Now down these tracks is a path that leads to another, can't call it a safe zone. It's transfers to another map location altogether. And it would be nice if I had a way to keep an idea how much was burning on this unit here, but I want to check something. There's a random location spot for a safe location that has a 1 in 9 chance of locating right down in this area here somewhere, and I haven't found one of these yet. They're called prepper caches. And I don't see this one here either, so it's not here. Now I could follow this trail and I'd have a good idea where this is going to go, but I want to follow the train tracks. Preferably before we get more wolves on the tracks, because there's a spot down here where there's resources that could be useful. Essentially right now I'm looking for is food, firewood, and certain tools and weapons that I require to survive. Now the overall map itself, the size of this map is not that huge. Like, you can actually walk from side to side to side to side very quickly. I would love to see them implement something like a sled or a toboggan, cross-country skis, anything like that that you would be able to use to haul extra stuff, or to be able to traverse a little bit faster. Like, cross-country skis would speed you up quite substantially on your walking speed, and would burn about as much energy as what you do for walking. There's a little bit more, but you'd be able to keep moving fairly good. Oh, crap. Another wolf. Come here, doggy. Run away, doggy. Probably gonna have to fight that guy again, and that's gonna be bad. Okay, this carcass, I want to clean this carcass, but I don't have anything to use. And I realized in the real world, oh, that's something I need. There's one tool that I need right away. I realized in the real world that timber wolves would not normally come charge up on a person carrying a flare. They would smell you coming and would usually run away long before you even got close. But these animals in this game behave as if they are rabid. So they're very unpredictable and very, very, very dangerous. They did say in the forums that would be explained more in the story mode. You're going to make me waste another torch on you, aren't you? Now again, smacking one of those guys in the head with a lit flare would probably have caused him some substantial burns. Anybody who's ever held an emergency flare like this would realize that you don't hold it this close to your face. The heat they put off is tremendous, and the red sparks that come out of the top of them, usually about a foot or so straight up. So you could literally just kind of brandish this as a weapon, but for some reason it won't let you swing it or even aim it at his wolf, which would probably be the better method to do. Now we're coming up on what I would normally pick as my primary safe house until I decide to go further into the map, and that is this lake cabin. It's fairly centrally located. There's a lot of resources available on that lake. There's some hunting areas around here, and this usually has some good resources inside of it. Before I go in, I'm going to go light the fire, or I'm going to go in, I'm going to light the fire with this torch and get it burning for a bit. Alright. Don't normally condone burning books, but yeah, well, if you're freezing to death, books are fuel. They don't have a long burn time, but for the first little while you want to take as highest chance as you possibly can of getting your fires lit until your skill gets up. The good thing is every successful fire that you light seems to raise your skill by a point. Okay, add that, that'll give me an hour. And we'll add those, that gives me 3 hours, okay. We'll do a quick look and loot. Since we have the added light here. What do we have here? Maybe that one? Yeah. Anything else down here? Ah yes, almost as needed as a toothbrush, which you don't have. Fishing line. Don't want to do that yet. I'm going to search for a little bit more. We're going to check upstairs, and I want to check that corpse across the thing here. Oh, there goes this thing. Okay, now this is too dark to see. So what we'll do is we'll equip this. Now these have some kind of built-in sparker on them, so it kind of makes it easy. There's a spare bedroll up here, which is always a nice thing to find. Another book. Some painkillers. Oh, and there's something under this bed over here. Magnifying glass. Remember I said about finding alternative methods of lighting your fire? There's one of them. Alright, I don't see anything else of interest up here. I checked our corpse. I've got a fire burning for about an hour or so. Extinguish this first, and then we're going to place it on that counter. A little water bottle, very nice. And I just want to check real quick. I don't think I checked this first aid kit, did I? No, I didn't. Okay. The scale indicates, of course, the thing indicates that he's carrying too much weight. So what we'll do is we'll drop some inventory in this drawer. Like some scrap metal that we don't need to carry around. This cloth. What do we got for tools? That I can throw away. That can go in there. That. And all of those. This. I'll drop that. And yeah. Inventory. Place that. Let's go over by this fire stove here. And we'll drop this, those, and those, and some of these. Okay. Like I said, the hitbox for clicking on things is a little bit too small for me on some items. Okay, now I do want to check a couple of items out here. Alright. That's a wolf down there. We're not going to play with him. That's how long is left on this fire. Okay. That's what you're looking for. Hot, opened. Alright, let's eat that one. Chug a little of this. And now his status is he's just a little tired, but he's warm and he's warming up, so he's going to actually be a little bit warmer. Now, did I check this? No, I didn't. I actually didn't check this filing cabinet. Okay. Alright. Bottom drawer. Food items. Those. That, and that. And that one. Okay. Not wasting a fireplace. I'm going to get as much water melted as I can and boiled. Because it's almost dark. And we're going to put some of that water in here. Because the fire is going to go out soon. Yeah, 7 minutes. I'd like to keep it going, but honestly, I will run out of firewood if you try and keep the fire going for any length of time. Having that extra box of matches is going to be a big help. And throw that flare in there as well. And those 2 feathers. Now, I like to use some of the different inventories in the room here to actually sort inventory of the same nature. For example, I don't need to walk around sounding like a pharmacy. Oops, we'll take that and we'll take 2 of these. And these all, and then we'll keep 2. It may not seem like much, but when you're very limited on the amount of weight you can carry, especially when you're cold and your weight level goes down quickly, you don't want to carry a lot. A lot of anything. Now, I do have a problem with the wolves literally outside the door. That one we saw prowling. And it is almost dark now. There is one location I'd like to check, another one of these survivalist caches that I would like to check that's literally right across from me here. But as you can tell, it's not dark yet, but it's snowing and it's too dark to see clearly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go inside and I'm going to probably rest for the night. And I think the only thing I'm going to do first is I'm going to see if I still have that hook. I'm going to craft my first thing, which is this. This takes 10 minutes of time to craft. I'm going to grab just a little bit of food out of the bottom drawer here for first thing in the morning. Now, something to remember is certain foods actually carry a lot of smell, and that's part of the reason that the wolves will attract you. Is you're walking around smelling like a hot buttered croissant, you know, or the wolf's version of one. Oh poop! I can't see Scott. There we go. Alright, so we're going to sleep for 11 hours. I'm going to take a moment and pause the game because according to my timer I've already been talking for an hour. And we'll pick it all up first thing in the morning. Talk to you all later, kids.